Wow. Okay. Does it kind of look like a lopsided face? Ta-da! I kind of fucked up the eggs a bit, but whatevs. I've already been eating some of it, and this is like not the best shot or anything, but it's gonna be a casual video. Okay. Anyway, so I'm making this really casual video because we're going to Japan in a few weeks, and we're going to the Ghibli amusement park. So I'm just doing a day of Ghibli food for fun. Today's my first day off of work in a really hot minute, so I'm just having fun with this all day. I'm planning on baking cookies, which aren't really Ghibli themed. They're just like, Kiki was in a bakery. Because I initially just wanted to bake cookies. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should just do a whole day of Ghibli food. And quite honestly, like, most of the famous dishes are pretty normal food, so it's not that weird or out of the way to do that. So here we are. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and then get started on the cookies. And see, this is like, this would actually be like the Laputa breakfast. Wait, hold on. They're literally eating it right here. They have egg on toast. I have egg on toast. Would you look at that? Oh, shoot. Okay, well. Oh my god. We just had an earthquake. Oop. Okay, I have two finished doughs. The chocolate one and the plain. The plain I doubled because I'm going to use half of it for just other cookies. So let's wrap them. They're mostly the same size. The cookies need to chill for a little bit. It says like an hour. And the other batch of cookies doesn't have to chill, but the first batch, after chilling for an hour, you shape them and then chill them again. So after that, during the last chilling stage is when I'm going to make the second batch of cookies. So in the meantime, I figure, even though it's only been like an hour and a half since I ate breakfast, I'll make like the lunch bento. And maybe I'll go for like a walk, because it's kind of weird to like make a bento and then eat it at home directly. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird, but that's what I'm gonna do. This is for the edamame, which is in just a frozen bag, and I have to reheat by boiling. There they are. Oh geez, okay, that's a lot. So I'll just layer it in. It's not like the white rice that they're using in the movie, but it'll do. Then I'm gonna put on some, this is dried or salted salmon flakes. And I think in the film it's like sakura dendo, I think that's what it's called. Which is kind of like old traditional type. And I also prefer shake anyway. So I'm gonna be sprinkling this on the half of the bento. Kiki's still playing in the background too, if you can hear that. Okay. I don't have the little fish that they use that like went through the middle, and I don't really know the best alternative. I was kind of thinking of just like taking like furikake and then like putting it in the shape of a fish, because I do have this shape like cookie cutter, but it's too big. Okay, I actually found some dried, I think it's okaka, like it smells like it. So I can kind of try to make that fish shaped. Okay, it doesn't really look fish-like at all, but whatever. Okay, and I also realized just now that in the movie, it's like you have the fish, and then this is split between the pink and the green, but I'm just gonna do the green here, or maybe I'll just rest it on top, actually, because I do want that amount of shake. There we go. And then final touch, the umeboshi, which I'm not the biggest umeboshi girl, so I might not leave it for that. I might put it back. Jajan! That's my little Totoro, Totoro inspired bento box. Okay, let's pack our little bento. So I have the main course. Ooh, actually for a snack, we can throw in a little, this would be a daifuku, but in the movie, the grandma brings over her ohagi, which this isn't ohagi. Ohagi is like, just like sweet rice covered in red bean, but this would be like another rice-based, see, wagashi, like Japanese traditional delicacy. So I can throw one of those in there. Nice. It kind of, now that I see it on camera, it looks like it's like moldy, but really that's, the green is on the bottom and the top is like, is roasted soybean powder. That's kind of, it does kind of look unappetizing a little bit. Okay. Ta-da! We have our little bento. Let me wrap it up and then we can go for a walk. Boom. Boom. Can't find my portable hushie, so we'll just grab a random pair from home. Ta-da! There we go. Do you want to go for a walk? You're good? Osanpo iku? No, okay, she just wants to lay in the sun. Oh, look at her. I don't know. It is a weekday morning, so this park is like only full of young children. So there's an ice cream truck way over there, and you'll hear like screaming and crying. But let's do a little bento. Yeah. Oh well, that's kind of funny. Itadakimasu. Let's add a little color to it. Itadakimasu. Or actually, we have dessert. Oh, thank God. Okay, it fell on my little wrap, so it's fine. Thank God. Man, got my little Totoro here with me. Like I said, I've seen all of them basically, especially the Miyazaki ones, and like I have my favorites, I have my rankings. I'm always curious to see what other people's favorites are. I think usually people know like the big ones, right? They know Spirited Away, they know Totoro, they probably know Howl's Moving Castle, maybe Princess Mononoke, Kiki, Ponyo, but like there's like 20 something films all in all that I feel like some of them are not as good as others, but there aren't really any that I'm like, this is a horrible movie. But I have my rankings, and I feel like actually it's not fair to call it a ranking. It's almost, it has to be like the tier kind of rankings, you know, because a lot of them would just fit into the A category. Like I couldn't rank them one above another. They would just be like, they're just all A's. And I have a couple that I'm like, you are my ultimate like S tier superior films, and then a couple where I'm like, they're not as good as the rest of these A's, but it's still a decent film, honestly. And then the ones where I'm like, okay, yeah, that was kind of a miss. So for me, literally almost any film is gonna just assume the default is A, okay? And then for me, the S tier belongs to Kiki, Spirited Away, Whisper of the Heart. And I'll leave it at that. And it's not, and like Totoro and Mononoke and Castle in the Sky, like I also really, really love. But it's just that I specifically really love the other three that I have to give that the S tier. That's really the main reason. Because it's hard. I feel like some of these movies are a lot more, like they're movies. Not to sound pretentious. And some of them are more like cinematically, like film-wise, it's like superior, it's excellent. So it's hard to kind of rank when I feel like they're accomplishing different things, but very well. So I feel like Spirited Away is very much like film-wise. It is a great, it's a masterpiece. There's a reason it won an Academy Award, even though that kind of means nothing. But but at the same time I feel like it also accomplishes a lot of like that movie home, like the feel that I love about Kiki and Whisper of the Heart, which is just a lot more like emotionally like I don't know what the best word for it would be. Like that's just the sort of feeling that I have, and so it kind of combines both. Whereas something like Grave of the Fireflies or Mononoke or, well, okay, so like those two, for example, that I think as a piece of film are totally very good pieces, but I don't get the sort of like, not to say that like a movie has to be happy or a Ghibli movie has to be happy for me to like it, but there is that sort of like comfort that I think those are lacking. I mean, kind of makes sense for Grave of the Fireflies. That one's just a depressing film, but that's why that becomes the ranking for me, is that I love Kiki. That movie is my favorite of all time, forever and ever. And Whisper of the Heart is kind of like Kiki, but with more like a focus on specifically being an artist. And I feel like it's so underrated because people don't know it. But if you like Kiki, you're gonna like Whisper of the Heart. I think those just go hand in hand. So I would say those are my favorites. Let me know about yours in the comments below. I love Totoro for the nostalgia of the countryside. I love Howls for like the visuals and the music. I think the story is a little bit lacking compared to others. It's not as tight, but it's like emotionally carrying a bit more because of the atmospheric nature of it. But yeah, let me know. I'm curious. I can go on and on and on about this, so. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up. My battery's dying. To the panel. These are the cookies so far that I've made. So I showed you the like the thumbprint cookies. Look at them. This one, some of them, the piping bag just like couldn't handle the second batch, so I just had to go with regular ones. But these look good. And then these checkered ones, I forgot to do another layer of them, so they're just like eighths, not completely checkerboarded. And then these are the regular checkerboards. I made a second batch of the plain dough so I could make more cookies that are from Kiki. And then with the fish cookie cutter that I mentioned I had before, I was thinking of making just a few fish-shaped cookies that resemble the ones showing up in The Cat Returns. And those are definitely smaller than this, but I'm not going to individually cut out smaller fish shapes. We're just going to use this, so that'll be fun. And there are all my cookies. Look at that. They'll go away soon enough. I'm literally seeing people like every single day of this week. And I have I have two. I have Whisper of the Heart. It says get on. But yeah, I have a Whisper of the Heart mug. And then the cup that I showed earlier of Castle in the Sky. Anyway, today was kind of a fun day, honestly. I don't really know what else to say. This was fun for me. I think it felt less stressful than I think I anticipated because, like I mentioned, a lot of the food is honestly kind of normal. So cooking dinner wasn't like some weird meal, and then breakfast and lunch are like the most basic things you can make for each of those meals. So it wasn't like I had to prep a lot of different things. And it was just like trying to recreate or take inspiration from something and make it physically in person, which is always fun. So yeah, thank you so much for watching if you've been here the whole way through, and let me know what your favorite Ghibli movies are, or actually anything about Ghibli that you want to talk about, and I will gladly engage in discussion there. So okay. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.